All right, let's get into it. Today, we're deconstructing a truly wild 30-day challenge that pushes two total strangers to their absolute breaking points. On the surface, it's a survival test, sure, but really, it's a masterclass in psychological warfare.
So get this for a premise. It's as simple as it is terrifying. Two people who have never met are put on a tiny platform suspended 100 feet in the sky. Their only job? Just stay up there for 30 days straight.
And why would anyone sign up for this? Well, there's the prize, $250,000. We're not talking about a small chunk of change here. This is a life-altering amount of money, and it is literally just hanging there in the balance.
But that really raises the big question we're going to dig into. Is surviving this all about physical strength? Is it about mental toughness? Or is it really about something else entirely? Like, can you even coexist with a stranger when the whole game is designed to tear you apart?
Okay, so let's dive into the setup, because the creators of this experiment didn't just throw two random people together. No, they intentionally engineered a situation that was practically guaranteed to create conflict, right from the very beginning.
The contestants they chose are polar opposites. First, you've got Alison. She's a heavy equipment operator, super practical, grounded, used to tough physical work. And then you have Angus. He's a reality TV star, way more familiar with being in the public eye than, being stranded in the open sky. It's a classic clash of two totally different worlds.
But here's the kicker. The real genius, or maybe the evil genius of this whole setup, is this one simple rule. It's not a partnership, it's a winner-take-all game. If one person bails, the other one gets every single penny. And that rule right there changes everything. It's no longer about cooperation, it's a psychological battle of who can outlast the other.
So you have this built-in conflict. How do you turn up the heat? With the challenges. And these weren't just for show. Each one was a meticulously crafted psychological test, specifically designed to exploit their weaknesses and just ramp up the pressure.
Their first major test hits on day 5. On the surface, it seems straightforward. Win some much better weatherproof tents, but the stakes are absolutely brutal. It requires them to work together, but if just one of them fails, the punishment is shared and it is severe. They don't just lose the tents, they lose a quarter of their tiny platform.
And they failed. Alison nailed her target on the very first throw, but Angus, he missed all 3 of his. Just like that, their world shrinks, and you can just feel the weight of that failure completely crushing him. I mean, listen to his words. He's not just disappointed, he's already living the nightmare.
Just 5 days later, the pressure cooker gets turned up even higher. This next challenge is all about endurance, focus, and most importantly, trust. For 24 hours straight, they have to stay vigilant. They have to take turns sleeping while the other person watches a button that holds not only their entire food supply, but another piece of their floor, in the balance.
And then it happens. Angus is on watch. He gets distracted for just a moment, and that's all it takes. The saw drops, it cuts the rope, their food supply plummets to the ground, and another quarter of their platform is just gone. For the second time in a row, a failure from Angus has had devastating consequences for both of them.
So this is where we really see the breaking point. For Angus, these back-to-back failures weren't just about losing some challenges. They were a direct assault on his confidence, and it kicked off this downward spiral of self-doubt that became pretty much impossible for him to pull out of.
I mean, just look at this timeline. It maps out his decline perfectly. Day 5, he fails the tent challenge. Day 10, he fails the food challenge. So by day 15, he is desperate for a win, for some kind of redemption. He volunteers for this high-stakes balance beam walk, and he falls, taking himself out of the game for good.
And if you want to know what was going through his head right before that final moment, this quote says it all. He wasn't even trying to win anymore. He was just trying to stop being what he called a liability. He'd already lost the battle in his own head, and his fall, it felt almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
So just like that, Angus is gone. And you'd think, okay, Alison's got it made, right? The money is all hers now, but the game isn't over. Not by a long shot. It just changes. She now has to face a brand new and maybe even tougher opponent, the psychology of total isolation.
She is now completely, utterly alone. The interpersonal drama's gone, but it's been replaced by this profound, crushing emptiness. Her world has been cut in half, and she has to somehow find a way to get through the final 15 days by herself. Her new reality is this relentless daily test of skill. Every day, she has to shoot a balloon with a bow and arrow. If she misses, she loses another floor panel. But the real enemy up there isn't the challenge. It's the soul-crushing boredom. The silence gets so bad, she actually makes a friend out of a cooler and names it Angus. And under this new, grinding pressure, she starts to fail, just like he did.
And this is where her whole perspective just flips. As she starts missing those balloons, as she starts losing more and more of her floor, she develops this incredible empathy for Angus. For the first time, she truly understands how easy it is to judge from the outside and how heavy that weight of failure feels when you're all alone. All of this leads us to day 30, the final day. The finish line is right there. But of course, the game has one last psychological gut punch ready for her, one that's designed to mess with your ego, your greed, and your fear.
The choice they give her is just brutal. Option A, walk away with the $250,000, a guaranteed win. Or option B, risk it all. Attempt the very same balance beam that took Angus out of the game. If she makes it, her prize doubles to $500,000. But if she falls, she leaves with nothing. Absolutely zero.
And you can just feel the war going on in her head. She says it perfectly herself. Her ego is screaming, "You can do this. You can succeed where he failed." But the logical, rational part of her brain understands the stakes. One slip and 30 days of hell were for nothing. It's pride versus pragmatism.
And after what was clearly an intense internal struggle, she makes her decision. She passes. She chooses not to risk it, securing her guaranteed prize. She takes the certain victory over the temptation of a bigger payday that could have ended in total disaster.
And then, in this unbelievable final moment, with the money safe, she decides to try the beam anyway, just for fun. And guess what? She falls. Her decision was, without a single doubt, the right one. She managed to overcome her own ego, and by doing that, she won the game. It's such a powerful lesson in knowing when to back down.
And that really leaves us with one final thought, doesn't it? If you were in that exact spot with a choice to double your prize or lose everything, what would that little voice in your head, your ego, be telling you to do? And more importantly, would you listen to it?